Before I explain to you guys where I am today in the world, let's go back to where it all started. Now, we are on a council estate in Willenhall. This is where I grew up. This is where everything that I know about the world to a certain extent, I was taught. If you're from a council estate, you will know exactly what I mean. And if you're not from a council estate, well, you're going to understand in the next few minutes. This here was actually the house that I grew up in. Now, my mum lived here with my stepdad and my sister. That little tiny box room up there was my room. And this here was literally my playground. The house has changed over the years. It was a council house. Mum got to buy it for £17,000 on the right to buy. And the way that she actually bought the house, she won a car in the Sun newspaper. And she sold the car in order to get the funds to buy a house for £17,000. We've been around here for a little while now, bumped into a few people that I grew up with, had a few conversations. I'm going to take you up Gough Street, which is right there. I'm going to talk to you about my school, what I learnt from being around here, what the council estate taught me, and just reminisce. This used to be a car park that we used to play football on every single day of our lives. Now it's turned into flats that it's been built on, which is kind of ironic, the fact that it was my playground for 8 to 10 years of my life, and now there's a development on there. So yeah, everything changes. The whole place has changed, to be fair. There's new people here. I don't know whether it's gone up or down in crime rate or anything like that. I'm hearing it's still just as bad as it was when we was younger, or we were younger. But they're telling me, all my friends and all the people that I know from around here, that the community does not exist anymore. There's no community. But when I grew up, we had a real community. We had the lady on the street called Mary, who used to look after all of us. She made sure that all the kids on the street were safe. She used to make sure that the community was kept together by doing certain days and having everything out for us. We had every type of character that you could imagine from a council estate was on here, and it's just sad to see the community's gone, basically. Walking around now, it feels worse. There's a tension. There's kind of like an angriness around here. We've spoke to a couple of people who I don't know, and they just seem really angry and upset. And the one thing about being on a council estate is money. Money's tight. People don't have funds. My mum was broke. There was no money at all. So when I come around here and I see the way people are, and then in the area that I live now, I go for a walk around my village and people are like, "Good morning, how are you? What have you been up to? Oh, it's a lovely day, isn't it?" Around here, everyone's like, "Get that camera out of my face, move away from me." It's negativity versus positivity. And they say that when you get around positivity, you grow. Now, I wouldn't have understood that if I hadn't got off the council estate, because a council estate is genuinely full of negativity. Everybody's involved in everyone's business. People don't really move out and do anything differently. No money. And that is the world that we grow up in. But the second that you step out of it and you get into the next world, good stuff can happen. But that doesn't mean money. It can mean people, the circles you're around, the places you go, the conversations you have, the knowledge that you take in. It's all part and parcel of the growth. Everybody has a story, and my story started here in Gough Street, Albion Avenue, Acorn Street. All these surrounding roads led me to where I am today. This pub plays a huge role in my upbringing. This is the pub that we grew up in. This is one of two. The other one was the Wagon and Horses in Smethwick, and this one is the Old Oak. There used to be one there called the Acorn, and that has now changed into flats again. Ironic. But this now belongs to people we know, family members and friends. And It's crazy to think that at 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, I used to sleep in here. We used to fall asleep till 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then we used to go home, and it was normal life. Now I have a son. I couldn't imagine anything worse than having my son grow up in a pub that I was letting them sleep in there till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning whilst I was getting drunk. But that was the world that we lived in. That is exactly how our upbringing was. What did it make me realise? Maybe I need to look after my son in a different way to how I was brought up. But then, if I change anything about my past, would I actually be here on camera today talking to you guys? How are you? You're looking good.
You are?
I'm just trying to do things.
How's things?
Good. How's life?
Yeah, man, not too bad, bro.
You look happy, man. Catch up with you later. See you in a bit. Willenhall Town. That behind me used to be Blockbusters. The most exciting place growing up. Friday night, a film, popcorn if we were lucky. And I mean very, very lucky. This huge building behind me that's up for sale right now used to be Willenhall Police Station. And don't know why the towns are losing the police stations. They're saying it's funding, one central location. You can see what's going on. Right here was the hot dog man. The best hot dogs in the entire world. Right there, every Saturday. I think there's about 80 pence. Unbelievable. It was a real treat if we got a hot dog. And then down here, it's Willenhall Town. Now, I've just walked through to get up to here, and it's so sad to see. Like, literally, it's empty. There's nothing going on. It's completely just, it's just a sad affair to see the town like this, because we used to have 150 stands out. Now I've been told by the locals there's 6. The shops are all closed. There's nothing going on. It's just not the same.
Did you gift one of the kids from Thomas Small a PS5?
Quite a few of them, yeah.
Okay.
Ste Hamilton. I used to live on Gough Street.
Oh, yeah.
You used to live on Gough Street? Yeah, of course. Richard and Mary was like the nan of the street, the mom. Yeah. But yeah, I moved out when I was. Say again?
You live locally now?
I live far. About an hour from here, hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, it makes me smile coming back around here.
Does it?
Yeah.
Changed, is it?
It's sad to see how it's gone, like where the community's not here anymore.
No.
It used to be a real good community.
Yeah, I know.
Now it don't seem like anybody's around here.
No, is it? Because the farm's in.
A lot of break-ins in the shop.
Yeah,
They have a bad time, the shops around here.
yeah, sad.
Very, very sad.
Very sad. This used to, when I used to come around here at 15, 16 years old, this used to be packed.
Yeah, I know. On the market,
It
isn't
was
it?
nuts.
The youth is not what it used to be.
Nah, yeah.
I put a filter on this.
You don't need a filter. You do not need a filter.
Sweetheart, you have who you have.
Thank you. This is my second mum. She looks after me. She always reaches out when she knows something's wrong. She's like the fairy godmother. It's actually my best friend and my brother-in-law's mum. This is Wendy. Everybody knows Wendy.
Everybody.
What's happened to the town, Wendy?
I think Morrison's in it. Oh, I don't know. Nobody's got no money, Steve.
It's not like it used to be.
No, no.
What are you doing here?
I've just been on the sunbed and I'm going to have my eyebrows done.
And no one's got any money.
Except me.
Thank you. I'll catch up with you in a little bit. See you later. Right, guys, this is the other house that I grew up in. This was my nan and granddad's house in Smethwick. And now when I say was, my nan passed away a few weeks ago. My granddad passed away when I was 16, and this was their house. So that was my bedroom, the small one. And I haven't been back here for a very long time. I haven't been near this house for a very long time. And I've just looked through the windows. My nan passed away about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and the council are already in there. It's stripped out. They are redecorating it, waiting for the next people to move in. Very sad. It's upset me, but life goes on. People pass away, and the ones that truly love them miss them, and the rest of the world continues. And this is Smethwick. The West Bromwich Albion ground is just behind us. You can see it from here. This was my favourite place. This was always my safe house. So if I was ever in trouble, if anything was ever wrong, if I ever felt I needed help, if I ever just wanted comfort, this was practically my comfort blanket, this house. Being in that house made me feel safe. It's a really strange feeling. I don't know if you guys have got that, where there's a place that just makes you feel safe from the rest of the world. Well, this was mine. And my granddad used to sit there with me, and all of the West Bromwich Albion players used to pull up here to use that local shop because the training ground was just there on the left-hand side. And all the players used to speak to my granddad. Bob Taylor, Andy Hunt, Darryl Burgess. And being back here now and seeing like this is a mess. My nan would never, ever, ever let her front garden get like this. This is really bad, but life moves on, and it is what it is.